What up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Here we're always going to discuss alternatives to finasteride and how we're going to combat male pattern baldness. So currently I am now on a hair care stack of using minoxidil, pyrilutamide. I take vitamin D, I dermaroll, dermastamp, and I try to live a decently healthy life. I'm actually about to go to the gym in about 20 minutes, but I just wanted to drop this quick video. So today, what I really want to focus on is pyrilutamide. I reached out to Kintor Pharmaceuticals, and I want to foster a relationship with them. So I really want to show you guys exactly what I'm on, and really explain why I chose pyrilutamide and what you can get out of it. So to start, I was on finasteride for a year. You know how doctors will say stay on finasteride. Eventually, things will even out, side effects and whatnot. I found that personally, I still experience um side effects after a substantial amount of time after letting it rock. I I experienced a loss of libido. I started having panic attacks. My anxiety was through the roof. Um, and that was not symptoms that I was used to having. That was definitely something that was attributed to the finasteride. So today we have a video from the hair loss show that's going to really break down what pyrilutamide is and how it can help you. So, all right, stay tuned. One sec. Let's bring it up. One sec. Let's see. Let's make sure I got this right. Let's see. Desktop. All right. So,
To the hair loss.
all right. There it is. Okay. So we're gonna watch this video because we have people on the internet now that are able to explain these things in much greater detail than I can. So I'm just gonna bring this video in. I'm gonna link it in the description just so that you guys can follow them and follow their show, because they definitely have the science behind it and they explain exactly how these things work. So let's go right here. Ready? Uh, Here we go.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Hair Loss Show. In today's episode, we're going to talk about pyrilutamide. So stick around.
Feel me? Always got to shout out the people that help you.
Dr. Russell Knudsen and Dr. Vikram Jayaprakash discuss issues relating to hair loss and the medical and surgical treatment of hair loss in both men and women.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Hair Loss Show. I'm Dr. Vikram Jayaprakash, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about pyrilutamide. Now, this has been a question that we've had on the channel for many months now, and it's one of those things that we want to at least have a discussion about. So, pyrilutamide is a anti-androgen and is currently being studied as a topical anti-androgen. So it's not available yet, it's not on the market, but
I will pause to say that this video is old, so it is available on the market. I'm gonna have a link in the description as well to the Amazon seller page for Kintor Pharmaceuticals. They now have been approved to sell it as a cosmetic, so you can try this out and see if it works for you. It's much cheaper than trying to buy a third party. I tried that once, and people are upcharging crazy for it, but on Amazon, they're selling it for about what I think like $70 right now or something like that. You can make it last, and you can really try it out before things get too crazy. Like I said, I would try this out before finasteride. If you are just beginning your hair loss journey, try it out before finasteride. But like I said, it is already out. I'm gonna put a link in the description. Let's get back to it.
But there are early data points suggesting that it may be useful. So today's episode is just probably to touch on that, introduce this as a topic, and probably the end point is, well, let's wait and watch and see what the outcome is. So let's talk about it. So pyrilutamide, it's it's also known as KX-826. And like I said, it's an anti-androgen medication that is currently being studied as a topical anti-androgen. So what does that mean? Well, when we look at androgenic alopecia, what we know that there's a hormonal component there, and we've talked about this before, but we know that testosterone gets converted into dihydrotestosterone. And current therapies that we use to manage this, like finasteride and dutasteride, what they do is there's an enzyme called the 5-alpha reductase enzyme. And so finasteride and dutasteride, what they essentially do is blocking this enzyme, which will block the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone and therefore lower the level of dihydrotestosterone in the system.
Yep.
Now, one of the issues with that, amongst many things, is that the side effect profile associated with finasteride or dutasteride is in large part due to the reduction in DHT levels. So that's one mechanism of how these things work, but pyrilutamide doesn't work in that way. What it's doing is at the level of the hair follicle where DHT is floating around, what it's doing is it's trying to block the effect of DHT at the level of the hair follicle. So it's not allowing DHT to bind to the receptor there. So the amount of DHT that's floating around the system doesn't change. It's not allowing it to affect the hair follicle, which in theory is fine. What we don't know is, well, what are the downstream effects of actually blocking the receptor? And that's the...
I'll pause here to say that Kintor did just finish up their phase 2 clinical trials, and it showed that the side effect profile is almost non-existent, meaning you're not going to get side effects from using their products. So, like I said, as a finasteride alternative, this is great because, feel me, if you're trying to stay stiff, you do not, well, personally, like I said, it inhibited my, sex drive. It really affected my libido. So I would stay away from it. I would stay away from finasteride. If I had the choice, I'm staying away from it. I suggest you guys do too, unless you absolutely have to. Of course, there's going to be people that take finasteride and don't have any side effects or don't really, are able to tolerate it. But if you're afraid or you feel as if it's something that could possibly affect you, like I said, pyrilutamide could be your savior. I'm using it, and I'm like, if you go back on any of my videos, you'll see that in the last 30 days, today is what, August 26th, I've been on pyrilutamide for 26 days, no side effects, less reduced shed, and I'll also add, like, I'm also on minoxidil as well, but so I'm using those in synergy with each other. So instead of finasteride and minoxidil, I'm using minoxidil and pyrilutamide. You just try it. Before you try finasteride, try pyrilutamide. All right, let's get back to it.
The bit that still requires study. But what we do know so far is that pyrilutamide has been going through the motions of getting FDA clearance, and it's been studied both in the US and in China, and is currently finished their phase 2 and progressing on to their phase 3 trials. And we know that certainly the studies that have come out of China, they've studied about 125 people in a double-blinded randomized control trial, and the results have been pretty impressive so far because the total hair counts have improved, and those improvements are on par, sometimes even better than the minoxidil and finasteride in comparison. Certainly it's better than the placebo arm of that, the treatment arm of that study. But also the other thing that's encouraging is that in the studies that have been reported, there are virtually no side effects. Certainly no side effects, such as sexual side effects that has commonly been attributed to finasteride. The side effects that have been reported are more localized side effects, so skin irritability, etc. But no real systemic side effects. So I think they're trying to fine-tune the dose. Like I said, it's a topical solution. The concentration that has shown the most sort of benefit or advantage seems to be around the 5%, applied multiple times, twice a day. But like I said, that's still in the study phase, and we're waiting certainly the results of the phase 3 studies. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to at least open the conversation of pyrilutamide. It's not freely available. It's not available. You can't run out and add it to your treatment arm. We're certainly not using it here. But
I'm gonna stop him right there. Like I said, it's now available. It looks like this on Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Guys, I'm telling you, try this out before you try out finasteride. If you go to any type of hair clinic or any type of doctor that's gonna, like, for whether it's be for hair loss or skin irritation, blah blah blah, they're gonna try to prescribe finasteride first and foremost. Listen, try out some alternatives first. Figure out what's going on with your hair. What are you having inflammation? Are you having dry scalp? Is it that your hair is dry? Are you stressed? Figure out the underlying condition, and then try to treat that. Feel me? As guys, we're gonna have DHT in our hair. All right. And again, this is for people that do not want to take finasteride. Guys, we're gonna have DHT in our hair. We want to treat the symptoms. All right. DHT is it's a sex hormone. It can affect you. Look it up. Look up. And again, this is not to scare anyone, but this is things that I wish I knew before I took finasteride. Look up post-finasteride syndrome and all that stuff, and be educated. A lot of people think that knowing side effects and stuff like that are going to affect the outcome of taking finasteride, and I do not believe that, because when I took finasteride, yes, I knew the side effects and stuff like that, but it came on slowly and progressed over time. So when I was taking it for 2 months, no problem. 3 months, no problem. 4 months, no problem. 5 months, no problem. 6 months. 6 months in is when I really started to have sexual side effects. And I was thinking, all right, I looked it up. They said, power through. Usually these things subside. Great. 7 months still. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a year. After a year, I just had to stop, because it's just like, bro, how much longer am I supposed to suffer through this? And let me show my hair. Hold on. Let me show my hair. So you can see. I wish I had a good before and after picture to throw up here. Maybe I'll have one by the time that I upload this video, but let me show you. Hold on. All of this was bald or balding. My crown thinning. All right. Minoxidil and pyrilutamide. I use pyrilutamide is going to definitely save my hair. And I'm gonna drop updates every day until it is full and luscious and I got my waves spinning. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to pyrilutamide. I know that there's many other resources for this stuff. Like I said, shout out the Hair Loss Show and Dr. Vikram. They explain this stuff amazingly. Please go out, do some research, and stay safe. That's really all it is. So like I said, I'm about to go to the gym, because a part of your hair loss journey is taking care of your body as well as your hair. So stay hydrated, get to the gym, eat properly, get a lot of sleep, take your vitamin D, get out in the sun for 15 minutes a day at least. Let that sun permeate your skin, activate your melanin. Feel me? And we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Whether it's a YouTube short, or some type of TikTok video, I'm going to be dropping daily updates. So that's it, guys. It's the I can't decide if I'm gonna call myself the Minox King or the Mino King, but it's the Mino King, Minox King signing off. I'll see you guys next time.